How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Hack/Entry Wound. Now, this is a special one-shot Hack/ did while their main comic was going on, and the idea was to make a sort of entry point for new readers. I guess entry point, entry wound, or at least that's what the front of the comic said. But this isn't really like a origin story or reinventing the Hack/ continuity. It's nothing really big. It's basically just a one-shot adventure. What you could say, I guess, any one-shot could be an entry point for new readers. But hey, it's a special one-shot. It's more Hack/. It's Tim Seeley doing the story and the art. And we get some fun ideas in here. Basically, all the holiday killers are coming out early and no one really knows why, and Cassie and Vlad decide to go and stop the Groundhog Day killer. And he's an interesting killer. He's got a candle in his eye, and if the groundhog sees his shadow, then he goes on a killing spree, and he talks about the length of your shadow being the length of your sin. It's a cool killer. It's kind of weird when they talk about all the holidays. We only just see Groundhog Day, and it's not like a holiday mashup or anything. That would have been like a bigger one-shot thing, but whatever. He's still cool. We also do get Mary Shelley Lovecraft making her first appearance, and we do get a bunch of other fun cameos. So overall, it's a fun little Hack/ one-shot story. But it's not really anything super big, you know, when you see, like, oh, Hack/ made a whole new one-shot, what is it? It's just a little one-off, just a little fun thing. So not the biggest thing ever, but does have some interesting stuff going for it, and it is a fun little read. Anyway, though, if you guys want to see me talking about the story in a little bit more detail, let's switch over to the close-up camera. I'll show you guys some of the story and some of the art, but I'll be avoiding major spoilers. But without further ado, let's switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle taking a closer look at Hack/Entry Wound. Once again, we're going to be looking inside Omnibus 3, and let's bring this closer to the camera. On the credits page, we can see that, of course, the writer is Tim Seeley. But for this special, the art is also by Tim Seeley. Flip it to the cover, we get to see a nice portrait of Cassie and Vlad there. This says that it's cover B and that this was drawn by Tim Seeley as well. A really good double portrait cover, which is really fun. After that, we get into the story proper. I'm not going to be doing any major spoilers, but I do want to break down and analyze a few things and look a little bit at the plot, but I'll try to be avoiding too much of the end. But we open up with Mary Shelley Lovecraft, and you can see she's half Mary Shelley, half H.P. Lovecraft. So she's got a Frankenstein body with these Lovecraft tentacle arms, and basically she's an interdimensional hyper concept. So she's the idea of Gothic fiction personified as a human, and she's going to be trying to invade reality and replace it with the concepts of fiction, and this causes a team of superheroes to have to come in and stop her. And I do like all the cameos we get in this little splash page here. There's Marcy Sprax, who we'll see later in the comic. There's the Living Corpse, I believe. We'll see him later as well. Halloween Man has kind of got himself wedged in the crevice there. And there's Alice's daughter from Xenoscope's Alice in Wonderland comics. Ah, man, lots and lots of cool cameos here. But then we get the gag, this is not that story. So introducing this big superhero splash thing, and then saying, nah, we're doing a simple story where these two characters are asleep in their car. I do like, because comics would quite stereotypically like to be the biggest and best thing ever and the biggest crossover ever. But then we get Hack/ going, nah, two people driving in a van. And then we get this fun gag. You know, I said this was supposed to be an entry point for new readers. Well, we get a late night conspiracy talk show host, and a caller comes in asking about the SKK, or the serial killer, basically Cassie's become a bit of an urban legend, someone who goes around killing serial killers. And they do know that she has a friend, but they don't know much about Vlad. But apparently they actually know her name, which is a little weird, you know, with Cassie barely getting off from the police earlier. Yeah, her building a reputation and what she's doing being, I don't know exactly how legal, because she is saving people, but she's also killing criminals in a vigilante style. I'm not quite sure, but I guess as long as she remains an urban legend, she can keep doing it. Well, she's actually drooling in her sleep there, and Vlad's getting way too much caffeine from energy drinks. I do like this little bit of humor with the characters. And then Cassie talks about all the holiday killers, and they're coming out from their graves too early. And we get to see the Memorial Day killer from Land of Lost Toys, and Rudolph from all the way back in Omnibus 1. So cool to see those cameos, but also some characters we've never seen before. Well, they plan to do what they did in Land of Lost Toys to the Memorial Day killer and just simply blow him up before he has a chance to get out. But it appears that he's risen from his grave too early, and they can't use their boomsticks. Oh well. They talk about how the slasher will be drawn to like a party or something, but they're in the middle of the suburbs, so what can he possibly find? Well, there's this Tupperware party, which doesn't seem to be too bad, but then we cut to outside, and one of the moms is having a secret affair with one of the other mom's older sons. That causes the Groundhog Day killer to come, and we do get this funny bit where he's suffocating both of them, but granted, what he was doing, the suffocation is a bit of a gimmick. But of course, Cassie's going to show up and stop him. And if we look at her bat, this is one of the few appearances of the wood chipper bat that appeared in double feature. I think later it would just turn into another nail bat. But note that the wood chipper bat doesn't actually say "kiss it" on it, because it went into the wood chipper a little too quick. So it's an interesting variant bat, but I don't think she uses it too often. I guess probably lacks some structural integrity. But anyway, Vlad chases the party out by scaring them, and we do get a good battle and some funny gags that ensue as we begin to fight the Groundhog Day killer. And yeah, this is one of those things that, you know, it does end a little quickly. We do get some fun gags and some fun jokes in here. It's a fun little story, but again, it's not anything too big. I mean, we do get all those cameos, and we do introduce Mary Shelley Lovecraft, and the actual killer in this issue is pretty fun, so it's a fun little one-shot, but again, it's a case of don't expect the world out of it. Overall, I thought Entry Wound was cool, and I can definitely recommend it. Can't wait to see what else Omnibus 3 has in store for us. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my hack slash playlist where you can see me talk about the past stories. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.